Hello, Albsterz, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today we're doing the next quest, a teapot to call home. We're getting our own housing unit. I'm so looking forward to this. Because I didn't know this was a thing within Genshin Impact. The fact that I can build resources, get like different benches and stuff like that, and collect different pieces of wood out and about. I'm really going to look forward to this. And we got to talk to Madam Ping within Li Wei. And there's also the Moon Chase Festival going on as well. That's going to be super awesome to check out as well. Madam Ping, how are we getting on? Hey.
Children, come. You arrived at just the right moment.
Why? What was you doing?
For you.
Really?
What is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more.
Yeah, that battle was kind of cool, though.
In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? From Paimon?
No, Paimon, it's not food, alright? I only did as I asked. You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift.
Okay.
I simply won't allow it.
Alright, I will accept the gift.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
Oh, no way.
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you.
We do?
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
Subspace creation what? What?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis.
Really?
Part of our illumination, if you will.
Well, yeah, it's like Narnia, isn't it?
Too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world.
That's so
The
cool.
teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of.
Oh.
One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas.
Just casually.
That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
Yeah, godlike power, huh?
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
Now, where can I look for these certain materials?
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need.
What? You
What's
didn't...
more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
Hello, I'm like the Sherlock Holmes of Teyvat. I will be able to find anything you would like.
For starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh.
I don't know where that is,
Back
sorry.
in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there.
What?
But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today.
Surrounded in
Even more
water?
difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it.
Oh.
In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to
We're not a
humans.
human, don't worry about it, we'll be fine.
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
No, it's gonna be some normal geezer.
Yes, I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time.
Yeah, we do.
It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
Zhongli being one of them.
Oh,
No way,
I
it's
don't believe you've
Yanfei.
Ah, allow me to do the honors.
No
This
way.
child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me.
That's so cool how they
Yanfei,
introduce the
I
playable
believe you've already
characters.
heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
Oh, have they?
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension.
Nice.
After
Thanks.
which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui,
No, that wasn't me.
before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
Shame? What? No. I weren't guilty for it, so it's not a shame. What, do you think I was
a shame
guilty?
that we didn't meet sooner.
Alright,
If we
alright.
had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
That's nuts.
Oh,
She's
yes.
a lawyer.
Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy.
I will do,
If you
thank
have
you
an
so
urgent
much.
issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
That's to lure us in, isn't it?
Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment.
No, because if I am,
You'll have to
someone will
excuse
just meet my
Yanfei.
sword.
She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus? Are you? People watching? Are you?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He
Really?
mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Oh, good on Granny.
Well,
Okay.
that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff?
Yeah, all that mumbo jumbo.
You just went back to get married.
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently.
Juggling. Oh, of course he did.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much.
What a geezer.
So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Well, no, I think that's going to be quite the hard one to
Chasm's been
find.
sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Oh.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know,
I can
Granny,
go
you've
find
told me
some.
1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment.
Oh, hello.
Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
All the kind of legal stuff.
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal
That's the guy that we
codices.
talked to for the
If my
Archon
memory
quest,
serves,
wasn't it?
all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya.
He was making the hairpins.
I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some smaragdus jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
Alright, we'll come with you.
Oh, you
I
wanna
think that'd be a
join
good idea, yeah.
I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Oh no, here we go. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this.
Legal liability? Well, that's a first for sure.
Yeah, that will be Paimon, and we don't want that, do we?
A little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Yes, Paimon. And no stealing, no food, remember? Because that is a legal liability as well. If you start stealing people's food. Let's go talk to this geezer then. Oh, no, it's someone different. I thought it was the guy that we were talking to in the Archon quest with the ores that we had with Zhongli. But no,
Hello,
it's someone
Mr.
else.
Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good.
Oh,
All
hello.
thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
Hello!
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some smaragdus jadeite to hair pins.
Oh,
Has
was
there
he?
been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of smaragdus jadeite
What
and
is
had it
this?
fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins?
Yes, we do.
I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Xiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
No, we're gonna go take them off her.
Isn't smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Xiao before renting them to her.
Okay.
The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Xiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Wow. Yeah, there would be no crimes going on with a contract like that.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
Yeah, now you got your lawyer on board.
Case, might you know where Miss Xiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mr.
Appreciate
Crossell.
that one.
We'll be off now.
Alright, let's go see what's going on with these hairpins. Hey. Hey, we found her. Oh, she's still in
Whatever shall
leeway.
I do?
Excuse me.
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, you can.
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him.
She ain't gonna
My
have them, is
associates
she?
and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now.
Oh,
I've lost them.
how do we
it could have
know?
happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
So why did you need him in the first place then? Yeah, if you haven't got the money in order to compensate the guy, okay.
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off.
So they've
We now
taken
have a
your...
backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices.
Oh.
That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Well, they've probably sold off the hairpins then because it's been
Why does
sealed
Paimon
off.
have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say, can we help?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers
Oh,
Guild,
my.
but I haven't heard anything back from
Yeah,
them
you
yet.
won't hear nothing from the
Hold
Adventurers
on.
Guild at the moment.
Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Oh no.
Huh?
She's gonna
Well,
find a
I'm
loophole.
Sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
No
Let
way.
me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Jichao somehow.
That would be a little unfair on
True.
Cross.
Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
We take the hairpins,
I
blame
finished
it on
reading
the
the
bird.
contract.
Oh.
The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of
Wow.
Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Ooh.
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Jichao looks like she's about to faint.
Well, yeah, because it's not gonna be a...
However,
Oh,
All
yes?
of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
They gotta be with the Hitty
Except
Trolls
that
or
if we
something like
found the
that.
hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Hmm.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this.
Aw.
The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money, though. Like, you won't be able to pay it if...
However
Oh.
much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts.
Well, that's
Now
very
that
true
it's
as
come
well.
to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of
Oh, you're gonna get
compensation.
stung.
Yes.
No, I would
legally
wait,
speaking,
though.
It seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins.
Yes,
So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I
Feel?
feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade.
Oh.
My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Oh, yeah, we're not thinking in your
Smooth
judgment.
to the touch.
Is something
finest
that
quality jade.
matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
So you're wondering where he got the jade in the first place, maybe? Plot thickens. Gaze, speak to us. We have quite a bit of questions to ask you, my boy.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With
Yes.
Miss Jichao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
Yes, I am.
About that.
Oh.
You
Oh.
lost them?
Oh.
Are you serious?
No.
Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
Yes,
Sorry,
the
I'm sorry.
contract says how much it
Truly
is.
I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite?
How did you get
I
your
just
hands
don't-
on it?
Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
Oh, how much is it gonna be?
But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation.
Why do I feel
Please
like
wait
he
here,
hired
Mr.
someone
Crossell.
in order to steal the
very
hairpins to
much.
then get compensation off this
She
woman?
lose my hairpins. She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Yeah,
Looks
he's
like I'll have
guilty.
to find some way to raise that money.
This
Please
guy is
wait, Mr.
definitely
Chow.
guilty.
I have something to discuss with you. It's not
Oh.
convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Why is it this wood? Oh, they just... Don't worry about it. The wood's making the appearance, don't worry.
Miss Yenfei.
Oh.
What is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No, she thinks
No.
he is guilty.
What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
Oh, really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just
Cheers.
say I made some
Like we do.
deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch.
Oh,
Chow,
jeez,
Did you
okay.
at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell.
He's been
I didn't feel
well.
anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced
Really?
correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
Oh, lovely, we're
That's
taking
the
that
case.
right off him
We
then.
should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After
Why would you
that,
throw it into
he
the
would
sea, though?
simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description. So we're gonna have to try and lure him out or something like that and say that we found the
So
hairpins?
vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my
Okay.
disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Oh, no, stop being so secretive.
Since
We want to
you're
know.
so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yenfei.
Well, she is.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Oh.
Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
Well, Liyue is the city of contracts, and it's a good way that everyone's in a mutual understanding of what's going down. If I had one more for every time I heard the word
Feels like
contract.
Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
Yeah.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to
Oh.
investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I
That's
understand.
very true.
Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yenfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Paimon
And
is
I'll
shocked.
also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just
Wow.
use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
How many? Jeez, what would you want, my ass print as well on this? Such an ordeal.
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
Wow.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
I would read it a little bit more thoroughly. Needs me to do
Not
anything?
for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve once
Okay.
we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Yes, it will be
Miss
for
Yenfei,
me.
I have to ask, why are you helping me?
She wants
Because,
justice.
as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. But either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus jadeite.
Alright, let's
Also,
go.
the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it.
Nope.
But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? I've got it. Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Oh, hello. We got to observe the debris, see if this is proper jade.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Oh?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time.
And it might be the jewelry that he was using for your hairpins.
Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
Oh.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
So,
And that's what he might be using on the hairpins.
Elemental side a shot. So, did you find anything?
Not a trace, nothing. Not at all. He's got more elemental energy than that thing over there.
They really are different. But wait, how come Jichao is able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't you tell them
These two
apart?
stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Yes.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Well, because he's making a load of money from it. If he's
Unusual
making
actions
people...
have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
The document even has the
Wow.
official seal of the ministry on it.
Wow, so he's been
Thank you,
selling...
Susie.
Oh.
No, could you let me borrow this document?
No
Sure.
way, he's been
It isn't
selling it to
serving much
multiple different
purpose here
people as
anyway.
well.
I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Yes, there has.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
So he's been
Why is
using this
everyone's
outer
first
layer.
reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Because someone always is. Paimon, okay. So he's been selling this outer layer of this stone that's not very valuable and saying it's the other valuable gem in order to sell it at a lot higher market price and ripping people off. Oh, this is huge.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Hey, Baiju, we know who Baiju is.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
He's awesome, and
Because
Chi-Chi's there as well.
Only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus jadeite is harmful to the human body.
Ah.
Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Hell yeah. Get ourselves our jade, get ourselves our teapot, and now we gotta go talk to Chi-Chi. Hell yeah. hey, where's Chi-Chi? Oh, what?
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
Oh.
And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No, we need some
No.
documentation,
I'm
please.
here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus jadeite.
Smaragdus jadeite? Why,
Oh,
yes, there is some
yes.
information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises.
Oh, okay.
The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it.
There you
It
go.
is
Can you just put that on
abundant in
paper for us,
elemental
please?
energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
How do you
That
know?
is indeed the case.
There it is.
If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jadeite recently.
Aha.
A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago.
And that would be the
But
guy in
after
question.
I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment.
Well, I wonder who that is.
I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to the Snezhnayan merchant?
Indeed.
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Oh, that's such a wholesome interaction. I love it.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever.
Well, no, he isn't.
Is it
Hey,
just
come on.
Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
All right, let's go find Mr. Crossell. Let's go. Get down, boy! Down on the ground. He's gonna be arrested. Guilty as charged, my boy. We've come for you. Get on the floor.
Miss Yanfei,
These
have
are all
you finished
fake.
your investigation?
Yes,
I
we
trust
have.
you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yeah, we're gonna
My
spank your
investigation
ass, boy.
is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please,
0.
could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Yep,
Of course.
lovely.
According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Nope.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite. Now,
Get done.
the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this.
We're not framing you,
I
geese.
spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
All right, let me just dish it out to you.
Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
I shall, by here, show you the evidence from the pharmacy.
If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with evidence from the Jade Mystery. Clearly, you still have a few things to learn about this aspect of legal proceedings.
Whoa, all right. Whoa. I just thought I hit him with a hard fact
This
straight
is
away.
a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus jadeite and Smaragdus nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Why are
Well,
you
your
always
claim that my ore is
lying?
fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Yes, we still have some more evidence to give you.
Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
I'll give him the evidence that I wanted to give.
Evidence? Something legally binding? We have just the thing.
Yeah,
Oh, come
there you
on.
go.
I meant the backup copy of the document from the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
No,
The one we got from Sinxi of Ming Sing Jewelry.
Yes, but the one from the pharmacy shows the fact that he cannot possess it because it will make him ill, and that's just done.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
Just have the third piece of
You
evidence.
could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet.
She's come to mess your
Traveler,
day up, boy.
would you do the honors?
Ah, there you go.
This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
Ah, there you are.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it.
Yep.
Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
Look at
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Oh,
However,
don't want to get them
I'm
involved,
sure
do
that the
we?
Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
Yep, make sure
What?
because
Wait,
you are
wait.
genuine.
I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No,
Uh,
the hairpins aren't actually...
what?
aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Sir Chow 10 times the original price in Mora?
Wow.
Your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Jeez, Yenfei.
I-
Serve him up on a dish.
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Again, that's the legal consultation for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite.
Oh,
But I'm a victim in all of this too.
what?
I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price.
Well,
But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too.
oh.
I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again.
Where is this
I was
box?
worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge her such an extortionate rental
Exactly.
price then?
If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
Hello?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
Yep, damn
All
straight it
right,
would.
let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
Wow.
10 times.
Yep, that's what the contract says.
Also looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
Wow.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora.
What?
Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Okay.
Ms. Jiqiao, you...
However,
try to
Mr.
do you-
Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But All right, then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Well, yeah, you either
Miss
pay
Yenfei,
10 times the
I'll
amount
turn
or
this
just...
Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration.
Hey!
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yenfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express
Look
my
at that.
thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
They're gonna have to sign another contract saying
Well,
that they've come to an
yes,
understanding,
I
haven't
believe
they?
we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may.
Oh, okay.
I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores.
No
If we
way.
could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Wow, she turned this into a
let me think
business
for a moment.
transaction. Yeah, you know he's gonna go for it.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too.
Hell
All's
yes.
well that ends well, eh?
Yes, though there were some twists and turns along the way.
Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an Adeptus like you
Adeptus?
before.
Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you?
No?
In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Yeah, that's very true.
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I mean, there is more just a reason involved here,
Since
Paimon.
we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
Hey.
I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Yeah, now we got the jade, we can actually get our own little ass. Oh, nice!
Ah, you've
Hey.
returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
We were, thanks to Yenfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Hey, no way, let's go! Let's go, Granny!
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, Yenfei's story
you.
was so
All
cool.
right then, go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle
I'm so
the
glad
rest.
that I have her as a
I'm off
playable
then.
character.
Bye. Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you.
No, I will
I've
not,
been
don't
looking
you
into
worry.
the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Oh, look at
Come
this.
now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot.
She's gonna go.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique Adeptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change.
Change is always good.
Yenfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all.
Oh.
Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Oh, don't be like that, Granny.
All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How's it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all.
No
Just
way.
wait here for a moment.
Okay, I'll wait. Madam Ping begins to construct the gift.
There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now.
Hey.
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well.
Oh, really?
You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively and...
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Open up and just get inside of it?
You needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot.
Really?
She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Oh, okay. Serenity pot is now unlocked. Hell yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Press B for your inventory, go to the gadgets tab, and I can place it. Enter the Serenity pot. Oh! Select a realm out. Oh! The floating abode, the Emerald Peak, or the Cool Isle. I'm going for the floating place. 100%. That looks the coolest.
Seems all right.
Oh no! I actually didn't know there was like a housing in this.
Wow! This teapot seems even
Whoa.
bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle too.
Oh, no way.
But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Wow.
I can't do that. Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it.
Right, what about you do it? I'll give you the sword and you do it.
It's so empty here apart from that house.
Oh, because we've got a build on it, I'm
What is
guessing.
that?
Oh, hello? Oh, there's someone there. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we have a different form of currency here. Oh, this is so cool.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
Hello? Yes, you do.
Finch.
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me...
Oh.
Hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again?
You don't even know your name?
Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
Tubby, what? What name? You certainly look the part. Wow. All right, no holding back
You're
there.
the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping.
Yes.
Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you.
Oh, this is so
You
cool.
may
If I
leave
can...
all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me.
Oh, really?
Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
Oh. So what's a teapot
Though
spirit
it
exactly
is the
then?
adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance.
Oh.
Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs.
It seems
You
so
may consider
peaceful.
me a butler, if you will.
Really? I'll call
Now,
you
allow me to
Alfred.
explain this realm to you.
Okay.
Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like.
Yes, I do,
As long
yes.
as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
That's great. I did... Oh.
Oh, that's right. Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she?
She did?
Let's take them out and have a look.
No, what? Oh, this is nuts.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up.
Yep, open them,
Just
open
commit
them.
the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials.
Oh no, have I got the
Then
materials
simply
for it?
release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Oh.
Wow. Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside,
Well,
couldn't we?
Paimon, don't go ahead of yourself.
I doubt it.
Yeah, there you go.
A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits.
Ah, there's the
This
game
world
saying,
is not
okay,
a
we've
true
got a
one,
cap.
After all, it provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A
Ah.
golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
We've not met
I
them
hardly
yet.
remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that Adeptus again since.
How very
well,
strange.
let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed
So
to
maybe
this
we
realm.
might meet them
If
later
there's
in the story.
anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
I will do. Don't you worry. No. Look for Tubby in the Serenity pot after using the summoning. Okay, so the direction. Talk to the T-Spot spirit inside the Serenity pot to learn and manage all the teapot related affairs. There's the resource material stuff that we can do. So we got to chop down wood. We can actually build buildings and stuff like that. Place furniture to increase your adeptal energy rank, and this will increase the realm, will accumulate a faster rank. Oh, no way! Oh, I get some treasure for me as well. And there's also the inside that we can do. No way. So F7. Yes, please ensure the terms of service. No way. Hell yeah. So I can rotate this as well. Oh, the place it. Oh, there you go, there you go. There. I like that. I like that. So we're gonna have this as a little section on the house at the moment. The main building is that currently. Oh, gee. So there's like. Oh, what? Landscape, landform. Oh, there's so many cool stuff. Save changes, and that should be there. No. It gets added. So I can forge items and stuff like. Oh. So I can create my own little city here. So I think I'm going to leave that little forging area there. And let me talk to the spirit again. What's up? I come with a little gift. The most adepti afterwards. A dispatch mode. Okay. What should I do next? Don't worry. You need to dispatch. Whoa. Trust rank. What's this? So 104 out of 300. Okay, so I just received a currency. Oh, nice. 60 primos. 60 primos. Nice. Hell yeah. So I can increase the realm and stuff like that. So 300 he can create per hour. So, okay, that's interesting. That's something to take down. Switch realm style, create furniture, a realm depot. Oh, so I can... Ah! A small bottle will immediately complete furnishing when you use. So we got 10 of them. So we can purchase some stuff to actually customize this realm. This is so cool. Oh, so we can get grass patches? No way. This is so cool. So I'm going to investigate this a little bit more a little bit later on. But this is where we're going to leave this video here. If you did enjoy, then leave a like and a comment down below. Boom. So guys, thanks for random. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Count what you have now. Don't count what you don't have.